Today we are looking at the best video recording equipment for upping the production of your graffiti and street art videos. Hello, my name is Airborne Mark. I'm a London-based street artist, passionate about telling the story of folding my origami models and translating them into large-scale graffiti murals. Many a time in the comments under my videos, I get really great compliments about the production value of my videos. So you might be asking, like, how a street artist ended here. As I was learning how to document the whole journey about taking my models and making them full-scale murals, I learned the art of video production. It's been a very long journey, a hard one, lots of mistakes, but these been great lessons to where I am. And also over the years I started getting more freelance work in photography and videography to come along to subsidize my art income. Plain and simple. And over the years, as I've been growing as an artist, I've also been growing as a filmmaker, video maker. Eventually, last year, after many years of freelance work and not having a full-time job, I made a leap into a 9-to-5 job. And today I'm a head of photography, head of videography for a big corporation here in London. So this is hopefully a bit of a backstory to help you understand what qualifies me to help other graffiti and street artists to up the value of their video production. New video series which focus on the technicality and the how-to specifically for street art and graffiti. This is a niche I'm really passionate about, and I would like to contribute how we could take this whole community to the next level with my experience and expertise. So first of all, let me start with my main driver. The reason I love ASPC's camera, and I think it's a great choice for your street art and graffiti videos, is because of its form factor. Whenever we go painting, we are already overloaded with paint and all the equipment. So the reason I'm choosing ASPC's form factor cameras, it's because of its weight and the size. So this current driver of Sony A6300, which is absolutely brilliant, and I can see easily how I could be using it without any problem for the next few years. I do record all my videos in 4K because of the capacity to punch in these frames in the edit. What's amazing about this model is also its connections, right? Its inputs. This camera allows you for a mini jack in for your audio. And audio is very important part of storytelling in graffiti and street art videos. I'm going to discuss it in the next video in the series. So that's a reason for you to subscribe if you would like to learn more about how to improve your graffiti street art videos. A very important feature of this camera and any ASPC's camera is that its versatility in terms of lens. These lenses are interchangeable, meaning you can detach them and swap for something else. The main lens I use in my street art videos is this 16 to 50 millimeters lens. It's super versatile and I love it. The reason being it's wide enough for handheld shots, and with the zoom, with the 50mm optical zoom, you can punch in to get the close-ups of your hands and any details of the wall. Now, the reason I carry two lenses with me for my ASPC camera is because The downside of this lens is obviously its limitations. The price reflects the quality. So what I do, most of my video is recorded on this kit lens, 16-50, as I said, but then when it comes to the revealing of the final mural and also taking the final photos, I switch to this G lens 18-105. What I love about it is significantly sharper, especially for photography of your final piece, and it has a constant aperture. This ASPC Sony camera is in small rig cage, and there is a very special reason for it.
And this is where the vlog ends. The ladder is so windy here. The ladder fell on the tripod with the camera. I just looked away for a second. No, he's dead. He's dead.
The streets we paint out are not the controlled environment of the studio. The camera gets knocked over. It does, it happens, it's unavoidable. So I highly recommend putting a small rig cage or any protective cage on your shopping list to upgrade your equipment. It will save your camera. However, very important thing, most of the time it won't save your lens. As you can see here, I have two broken lenses. This is the third kit lens I'm using. I have it in pieces over here. So the idea is to keep your main driver camera in a cage is that when it falls, when the ladder falls, any wind, when it happens, the best scenario is you are going to lose your kit lenses, not your expensive lenses, which are 3, 4 or even 5 times the price of these kind of mediocre lenses. They're not bad, but they're mediocre. And believe me, well, no, don't believe me, just trust me. Do yourself a favor, your future self will thank you that you have a cage on your ASPC mirrorless camera. Spend that money on paint. Don't make the same mistakes I did. There are two downsides of these cameras. The first of the downside is their battery life. As you can see, I have a handful of replacement batteries. Their batteries won't last very long, especially in cold weather. Many a time I would go through at least 5-6 batteries. The second limitation is the fact that these models and other Sony models in a family don't have flippy screen. It's only in the latest model that they've introduced it, and I look forward to upgrading it sometime in the future. However, I'm not upgrading it for that reason yet, because this camera does exactly what I need, and because of the amount of videos I've recorded, I kind of feel my way about. I know exactly whether I'm in frame and not. It just comes with experience. Next, GoPros. Of course, you cannot talk about street art and graffiti videos without GoPro. The action cameras are super handy, and they are absolutely amazing for getting into places where the regular camera wouldn't go. I love GoPro. This is GoPro Hero 5 that I've had ever since it came out, and the reason I haven't upgraded yet is because I find myself to telling my story with GoPro less and less. It's just the season I'm in. GoPro is inconspicuous and you can put it away from your spot and no one will notice it while it's recording, and it gives you a very interesting visuals. Obviously, I'm aware of loads of graffiti street art channels where GoPro is a main driver. I'm going to dedicate a separate video, so I really encourage you to subscribe so that I could share these amazing tips of using GoPro, all the life hacks of GoPro as a street artist. When talking of GoPro, why it's amazing is the fact it's indestructible. It is. For us graffiti artists, it's very important to just leave it and forget it. Where I work with this camera, this is a bit of it's a huge downside, is because you need to be mindful of it at all times. Whenever I'm painting, it's always at the back of my mind that, oh, there's a camera here on the tripod, right? And I'm mindful of my surroundings, of the environment, should anyone would like to just grab it and run with it, right? With GoPro, it's not the case. It's very inconspicuous. Obviously, hands-free operated, no tripod needed. The differences between these two recording devices is each of them has its unique role. It's very important to say that here I'm not advocating for a particular brand or a particular model of this video recording equipment. Think differently about videography in street art and graffiti. My heart is to help you understand why in my bag I have both. One of the important things to bear in mind here that the equipment you have to record your graffiti street art adventures shouldn't be a barrier. You know, we as visual artists are creative already with our letters, street art pieces, characters, so sky is the limit. If only you have a GoPro or action camera or any compact camera, entry level or more professional, semi-professional, you can still tell an engaging story. To wrap up the video is just the fact that you need to get over yourself as your equipment will be covered in paint. As you can see, whether it's GoPro, whether it's my camera, whether it's my tripod, it's absolutely caked, layered with paint. It's just like you need to come to terms with it. If you want to have your equipment nice and dandy, I don't know, do like gaming videos, right? We are not playing games. We are out there smashing the city. So expect you'll have your equipment and your equipment will be absolutely covered in paint. Right, and that's that. My heart here is that you find this video extremely valuable and you got inspired, but also you understand the decision behind me using particular type of equipment. And as we progress in this series, you would understand more and more my decisions behind what I use. I hope the series will be very enjoyable for everybody and there'll be a nice break from me painting walls as well. Obviously that's my first love, but I'd like really to help the community. I would love to grow the community. I would love to push the community to the next level because I think we have so much to offer out there with our visual creativity, and each and every single unique story of yours painting your mural is so rich that goes beyond just the finished picture, and the equipment you have and the tips I give you hopefully enables you to expand on that and you end up telling better stories for your audience. Right, my name is Airborne Mark. I'm passionate about telling the story, how my murals come to life from paper to walls, and as always, origami riots, folding all day, every day, and I'm out.